Hey, you guys, it's Monique from Healthy Living with Monique, and today I'm going to talk to you about my business. So, I own Thick Chixx Fitness, and we are a health and wellness company, and we empower women through fitness to build community. So, what that basically means is that we believe that all bodies belong, regardless of your shape, your size, your background, and we want to build strong communities through fitness. Now, I started my business when I was almost close to 40 and I was over 300 pounds. So people are always asking me, like, Monique, you've been in this game for over 6 years. What are some tips that you can tell me? Because a lot of times people either one of two things, they want to get certified in fitness and they're just not sure what that looks like. Or number two, they want to take their current fitness certification and take it to the next level and really start it as a for real side hustle. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is make sure that you find something that you love before you actually get the certification, right? So try out a number of different classes because I'm telling you, there's so many things out there. You can get certified in anything from group fitness, dance fitness, strength training. You can be a personal trainer. Like the skies are the limits, right? But find something that you love because you're going to be doing it for a minute and you are going to be like the ambassador for this platform. So that rolls me into number two. Make sure you know their core values. It is so important because, again, you're the brand ambassador for this platform. Every single time that you get up and you teach the class, you are representing them. So let me tell you, I was certified in Zumba for a really long time, and do not come for me. I still love Zumba. I love it, love it, love it. But when I was certified in it at the time, it just did not align with my values at that time. So I decided to let my Zumba certification go and I got certified in Mixed Fit. And it was through Mixed Fit that I started Thick Chixx. So, you got to do what works best for you. The next thing I'm going to tell you is that if you get certified in some type of group fitness or like class certification, keep going to class. That's where I made my first mistake, is that once I got certified and I really launched out on my own, I stopped going to class and I needed that community. So that was super important. Definitely keep going to class. The next thing I'm going to tell you is make sure you get your back of the house in order. Now, here's where me and the certifications kind of fall out. Because listen, they're going to take your money or they're going to certify you. They're going to give you the certificate. They're going to have you buy the merch, right? And it's going to be all great. But what a lot of them don't tell you is make sure that number one, you have general liability. So important to make sure that you have that, because if somebody falls out while they're at your class, girl, that's on you. Dude, that's on you, okay? Even if you're in a gym. So make sure that you have that. The second thing is make sure you are AED first aid certified, because again, if somebody falls out, you want to be able to save their life. I have been in classes where somebody has fell out and the instructor, thank God, was certified and they could help the person, right, until the paramedics got there. So make sure that you have that and you keep it up to date. That is super important. If you want to teach at a gym, a lot of times they are going to ask you for that. That's one of the mandate requirements, that you have that AED first aid. You can go to the American Red Cross, super easy peasy. Now, the next two are important if you want to really take this to the next level. Let's say you're a fitness instructor and now you want to really make this a business, or maybe you're a personal trainer and now you want to leave where you are and you want to start personal training on your own. So I owned a studio for 4 years and I owned it during COVID. So when I tell you I know a thing or two when it comes to owning a studio and doing what you need to do. The first thing I'm going to tell you is make sure you get your LLC, okay? Get legal, right? So you can do it your own, on your own, or you can go through LegalZoom. Me, she, and her, I did LegalZoom because I ain't got no time for that, right? I got my EIN, I got my LLC, I got my articles of incorporation, and that is so important because the next step, you need to have a business bank account, all right? get you a business bank account. Do not mix your money that you're taking in, right, from said fitness classes, fitness business, and have it mixed with your money. I did that wrong for so many years, and I paid for it when it came to tax time. So these 4 things are super important because it's really going to have you set yourself apart when it comes from people that are just like in it for play, or when you're like really getting serious. And let's say if you're trying to market yourself to someone, when you tell them like, hey, yes, I have my LLC. Yes, you can pay me through my business bank account, right? Yes, I have first aid. Like, these are all great things that people, they love to hear because they know that you're serious. The next thing I'm going to tell you is you need to pick your niche and who are you going to teach to, right? So this, in a sense, is now we're getting into building community. And here's where the secret sauce lies. And this is why I've been so fortunate. I've been so blessed because I really believe in building strong communities. Now, look, you can be an instructor and you can get certified and you can teach to everybody. That's great. But if you really, really, really want to like take it to the next level, you need to niche down. And I know it sounds so cliche and I hate to say it, but it's true. So my community, women, usually between the ages of like 30 and like 60, and we're burnt out, we're stressed out. So I know the type of woman that I want to be in my classes. So any type of content, anything that I do, I basically have her in mind. So I'm going to teach at the place where 9 out of 10, she's going to go, right? So for my community, because I am body positive, I'm probably not going to teach in a gym. And I had to find that out the hard way. So that segues me into my next thing is make sure you have a plan, right? So you kind of know who you're going to be catering to. Like, I cater to body positive women over 30 to 60. We're moms, we're, aunties, we're just women that are going through it, and we know health and wellness is important. So I now need to plan, what do I want that to look like for my ideal client, right? And this is all kind of like the bubble of you building your community, right? Because it makes no sense if you go out there and you're like, oh, I'm gonna teach, and you're gonna teach at, and I'm gonna give you a real world like example. I taught a class at Gold's, right? Now, knowing that I just told you that my person is body positive mom, she's over 30, she's stressed out, she probably doesn't go to the gym. Why would I teach at Gold's? Why? I don't know. Like, I don't know why I did it. I did it though, because I was like, oh, I need to teach someplace. I need to have this under my belt. Lie she tells. I did not. That was the worst experience that I ever went through, right? If I would have done some more planning, I would have said, okay, so I know that this is my ideal client. Where is she? She's probably in the parks with her kids. She's probably, going to the mall. She's probably going these places. And I'm catering now my class, right, around what I think my ideal client wants or where I think she's going to hang out. So a lot of times if you see Thick Chixx, we're in parks, right? We're in not your conventional locations because I don't feel comfortable, even to this day, still in the gym, right? I just don't feel comfortable. I love working out at my house. I love working out in communities with other women and sometimes men that get it, right? We've had some weight loss, weight gain issues, and that's the thing that is building us together, right? That's us shaping and building our community. The next thing, which is kind of like the last thing I guess I'm gonna tell you, is I'm gonna say have some fun. Like, have fun, right? Of course, there's a ton of other things that you should do, right, in order for you to like really take it to the next level. But broad overview, have fun and just do it. Don't be scared. And super tip, never be afraid to ask. That is the one thing that has set me apart from so many other people. I have always asked for what I want. right? So when we were going through COVID and I was like, man, my studio is only 650 square feet. It's a very intimate location. I need someplace bigger. Where can I go? It was cold outside. So I went and I talked to our local mall. And I was like, hey, I know the mall right now isn't doing a lot of business. Can we bring the class to the middle of the mall before the mall opens? And they were like, what are you talking about? They told me no like 3 times. And then finally, I was like, well, think about it like this. I'm gonna have a class in the middle of the mall. So basically, people will be in the mall ready to shop because they're going to be here. So I'm bringing you clients, right? I also partner with a lot of breweries, a lot of wineries, and that's something that nobody ever told me, that like, you want to be for real, you want to really get your name out there, partner with some other businesses. Like, but have fun while you're doing it, right? At the end of the day, people will feed off of your energy. They're going to feed off of you being authentic. Do not be scared to tell your story, and you can tell it as many times as you want to, because you never know who is watching, right? You never know who that story is gonna get back to, because there could be somebody in my class that I tell my story to, and she might go to work and then tell it to the next person. And now that person is now coming to your class, right? Don't be afraid to ask. So I hope these tips have been helpful. If you like this video and you want me to talk about more about my business, definitely I can. I love it. I love helping women because that was me, and someone helped me. You know, somebody told me, hey, come to fitness, and it'll change your whole life. And it did. So I always want to be able to give back. Again, my name is Monique. This is Healthy Living with Monique, and have a great day or night. Bye.